Hey, party people. The book is here. The book is here. This is not a drill. The book is here, okay? This video is going to be all about what the book is, where you can get it, when you can get it, and the special offer I have for those of you who get it the first week. All right, let's go. First of all, the ebook is here. You can go download it right now. Right freaking now. Okay? Amazon.com. My publisher's website, rockynook.com. barnesandnoble.com. I even saw it on Target. Okay? So anywhere ebooks are sold, you can go get it right now. The print version, pre-orders are open right now. So you can pre-order right now. Okay? And books will start to ship in the US February 25th. And then, of course, listen. Do I have control over how it's going to ship and when it's going to ship to every country in the world? Sorry, I don't, okay? But US orders are going to ship February 25th and then other countries after that, okay? But if you're impatient, like me, and you want the ebook, it's available now. You can download it now. If you want both the ebook and the print version, I do recommend you go to my publisher's website, rockynook.com, because they have a special discounted bundle price for if you order the print and the ebook. That doesn't mean you get the book faster. It just means you get a better deal for it, okay? And all of this applies to both the book and Design Journal. At this point, you might be wondering, what is Design Journal? Okay, it's easier for me to explain the book and then Design Journal, okay? So the book is Fashion School in a Book, Design and Illustration for the Beginner and for the Brand, okay? And as the title suggests, this book was written so that any beginner can pick it up and develop a fashion collection, and it's good for anybody who wants to start their own company and also people who want to build a portfolio to get a job, okay? Side note, like if you want to build a portfolio for a school, you need to talk to the school about their portfolio requirements because literally every fashion school in the world has different portfolio requirements, okay? Just as an aside, okay? But if you want a portfolio to get a job, get my book. It goes through a fashion design process, okay? Chapter 1 is process overview. Chapter 2 is brand development. Chapter 3 is collection development, the direction for one singular collection within your brand. Chapter 4 is color. Chapter 5 is print development and surface design. Chapter 6 is all about fabric. We go over a lot of vocabulary in there. Chapter 7 is about designing. So I have lists of exercises, okay? Try sketching like this. Try using your inspiration images and try sketching like that. And then draping. Here's a draping exercise. Here's another draping exercise. And then chapter 8 is 3D development. So that's fabric manipulation, that's embellishment, that's a combination of the two. Chapter 9 is editing and merchandising your collection, going over the design principles of unity and variety to create a cohesive but varied fashion collection. Chapter 10 is beyond design process for brands and kind of like a very broad strokes review of product development. It's not a product development book, but it's like, this is where you take your collection and this is where you go with it. And then chapter 11 is beyond design process for portfolio makers. And that chapter includes all my marker rendering tutorials for dozens of fabrics and textures like fur, like satin, like sequin fabrics, crocodile, flower print fabrics, tweed. And yes, there is a fashion illustration component to the book, but I only focus on aspects of illustration that is important for designers, okay? Like, I love big gesture drawings with chalk pastel. You know I do. If you've seen any of my drawing videos, you know I love that kind of stuff, but it's not important for designers to know, okay? So I don't have any of that in the book. In the book, it's drawing clothes on bodies, basics of flats, rendering for a portfolio, things like that. At this point, you might be like, Zoe, where's your chapter on sustainability? You're always going on and on and on about sustainability. Where's your chapter on sustainability? Listen to me very carefully. Sustainability isn't a chapter. Sustainability isn't a section of the design process. It's not a step in the process, okay? Sustainable considerations and options should be something you insert in every step of the process. In every chapter, I talk about how you can think about things more sustainably. Like, here are ways you can develop color stories. Did you know that there are all these other sustainable options for how to dye fabrics using less water, less toxins? And then in the fabrics, of course, we're talking about sustainable fabric options, okay? And then in the draping exercises section, have you considered zero waste cutting, okay? So sustainable options are just like fairy dust sprinkled just all over the book, okay? Which is how your company should be. It should just be rolled into everything. There's design prompts, design directions, list of places you can go for inspiration, how to do this, how to do that. How do you edit a collection? How do you merchandise a collection? Well, you can try this exercise and you can try that exercise. And on top of that, I've done a lot of these exercises. Okay, when I said I turned in over 100 hand drawings for this book, it's all examples of how to do this exercise and how to do that exercise. And I didn't do every single one, but I did a lot of them. Okay, I'm really focused on helping you doing the do. Now I sound like a Mountain Dew commercial. That's not it. But I'm really focused on helping you do the how, okay? I know that you know that I know that you know that I know that you know you need a color story, but how do you build one? Okay? Here's how you build one. Okay? In the print chapter, I talk about how you can trace a shape in your inspiration images and manipulate it 100 different ways to get some interesting results. And then I show you an example of how I traced a small shape in one of my inspiration images. And I did this. I twirled it around and I repeated it like this and I turned it into a stripe and I turned it into, okay? All these examples, okay? That's the book. And I could talk about it for another hour, but I won't bore you. Now, Design Journal is not a sketchbook and it's not just a blank book with my name on it, okay? I sell a sketchbook and that thing isn't even a blank book with my name on it. It has templates in it to help you draw faster. Design Journal is a workbook that is designed to help you with your fashion collection. So it has questionnaires to help you figure out who your customer is and what your brand story is. It has swatch card templates and you're like, Zoe, everyone knows how to staple a piece of fabric to a piece of paper. Yeah, no, I know that. But I list all the information you need to get from your fabric supplier so that you can make thoughtful decisions. You can reach out to your vendor to contact them to make a bigger order later on, to keep you organized, all those things. I have figure templates in there for you to start sketching your ideas. I have clothing templates in there so that you can start practicing your marker renderings for your portfolio. I have prompts and design directions and just I'll have a prompt and some space for you to work out the exercise so that you can build your collection inside the book. Everything is all in one place instead of 20 different corners in your bedroom, 1,700 pieces of paper. Okay? It's all together. And ideally, okay, my fantasy, my dream was for y'all to buy a design journal every time you do a new collection. So each time you stay organized and you have all these tips to keep you inspired, to keep you going. And you're looking at the book and it's like, what do I do next? Turn the page. Oh, this is what I can do next. Okay. It's like having your very own Zoe the teacher on your shoulder being like, turn the page. That's what you do next. That's design journal. Don't you want both now? Don't you want both now? One last note before I sign off and send you off to go do your online shopping. I have a special deal for you. For those of you who order the ebook or pre-order the print version, whether it's for the book or design journal or both, okay? For those of you who order the first week, so you have until November 20th, the first week, send me your receipt at book@zoehong.com. Okay, email me a screenshot of your receipt to book@zoehong.com, and you will be invited to a private lecture with me, followed by a Q&A session. Okay, so if you want to be invited to that private Zoom lecture on something fashion design related, of course, okay, and private Q&A session, then make sure you buy one of the things the first week it's out, screenshot your receipt, and email it. Now listen, you need to email me from the email address that you use so that when I send you the Zoom invite, okay? So when I send you the Zoom invite, it goes to an email inbox you actually use. Okay? And you're like, that is just common sense. Listen, I've been doing this online business thing for about a decade now. Don't get me started on. All the details are in the description box. Links to where you can buy everything in the description box. Click that description box. Someone called it the downstairs. Like there's a YouTuber who calls it downstairs. And I don't like that. It sounds funny. But anyway, everything is going to be in the description box. And even if you don't buy anything, okay? Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching this video so the algorithm picks it up and kicks it to other people. If you can't afford to buy any of these, if you want to share this video with a friend who's interested in fashion design, if you want to share this link with a teacher saying, hey, maybe we should study this book in our class, okay? That's my fantasy, is like having my book being used in classrooms around the world. That's exciting. That's exciting. I would love to see that happen, because I already get so many teachers who tell me, oh, I use your videos in my class all the time. And then I get a bunch of people like, just like single followers who are not teachers, people like, oh yeah, I learned about you because my teacher showed your video in class. So why not my book too? Why not my book too? I know if you let me, I will sit here and just keep talking about the book. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for your support. I cannot express to you how much I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. You have heard me talk about the book and talk about the book and talk about the book, and you're just like, oh my God, Zoe, are you going to be done talking about the book? No! The book is my whole personality now. And the only way you're going to get me to stop talking about this book is when I write a new book. But I will still talk about this book because it is my baby.